This is Angola football on Hometown Media. This is Angola football is brought to you by Corcolato Sales, 715 East Maumee Street in Angola. This is Angola football is also brought to you by the Steuben County REMC. When Corcolato opened their doors in 1988, they made a pledge to provide quality and affordable pre-owned vehicles to the residents of Steuben County. Fast forward more than 30 years, and that same pledge holds true today. Stop by their lot on East Maumee or check out their inventory online anytime at corcolato.com. Corcolato, proudly supporting community events like high school athletics since 1988.
Steuben County REMC wants to give your students a memorable experience this summer. For an unforgettable day, high school students can apply for Page Day and spend the day in session with the Indiana Senate. High school students looking for a trip of a lifetime, check out the Indiana Youth Tour and have the Washington, D.C. experience. For your younger students in the 6th grade wanting to spread their wings, Touchstone Energy Camp is perfect for them. We can't forget the young artists in the family. Students of all ages can submit their artwork to the Cooperative Calendar Art Contest. Did I mention it's all free? Find out more information or apply at www.remcsteuben.com.
Welcome into another week of Inside Angola Football. I'm Brett Briscoe. This is Coach Andy Thomas. Hornets coming off an impressive 55-18 win last Friday night here at home over DeKalb as they look forward now to the Leo Lions coming to town this week. And Andy, I guess first of all, when you think back about Friday night's game, total team effort, you got contributions from the offense, the defense, and special teams.
Yeah, and no question. It was a total program win. Our guys practiced great during the week. Got contributions from everybody in all grades, and our kids played hard. That was the best part about it. I mean, we try to look at effort plays on the weekends and just see, we're not looking to just catch somebody, but just make sure that we're hustling all the time. And it was hard to find plays where guys weren't sprinting to the ball and chasing the ball on offense. So just so proud of our guys because they played extremely hard. We were physical. And a lot of guys contributed to the win.
You come out early, you force the turnover on their opening drive, and you immediately put 6 on the board, and you kind of set the tone for the night real early in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was a great way to start, getting a turnover there early. Frank came in there and delivered a good blow, and then we got it, and then offense did a great job sticking in the end zone and setting the tone, no question.
When you look at how that game transpired, the defense forced, 5-6 turnovers. I lost count, but some of that, when you recover turnovers and force those turnovers, it's luck, being in the right place at the right time. But I thought your kids did a nice job, and you could tell they were aware what was going on the field, and they knew the ball was loose.
Yeah, I mean that's something that we've worked like crazy, trying to have heavy hands and not only just for turnovers, but worked on it for getting off blocks, and I think I didn't really consider it, but as much hands as we've worked in trying to what's called block destruction, I think it showed up a lot as far as creating turnovers. And we got it 6 times, 1 interception and 5 fumbles, and 4 of those we took out. Those were turnovers that were forced by our guys with their hands or with their shoulder pads. So just something that we've really tried to work hard to emphasize, and I think the kids, if they weren't sure about it now, the proof's in the pudding because we were getting on the ball and getting it out of there, and guys are getting after it.
We saw Tucker progress extremely well last year and was a totally different quarterback the second time he played Leo from what he was in week 2 a year ago. I thought he showed total command of the offense Friday night.
Yeah, no question. Took care of the ball, got us in the right play. For the most part, made the right reads. It played with toughness. Was the hammer. He wasn't the nail. He was looking people up and delivering blows and getting dinged up a little bit and then playing through that. So a lot of superlatives from the quarterback position, and it's not surprising. He's a tough kid.
And when he's at the line of scrimmage, what kind of things is he looking over the defense for to make his decision?
Well, we read someone on darn near every play in the run game and the pass game. So he has to decide if he might be reading a defensive tackle and deciding to where the ball needs to go from there, whether he's getting it or somebody else is getting. We have a wide run option game where he has to read people on the end of the line of scrimmage and on the edge, and then a read on the pass game darn near every pass we run. So he's got a lot of decisions to make. It's something that you can tell that it's slowing down for him a little bit since last year, but it's not something that just comes easy. He's worked at it in film and being in our system for 4 years as a varsity quarterback, or excuse me, as a quarterback, prepares you when you get the varsity chance, because it's largely the same things that we talk about from really even your 8th grade year into your senior year.
A lot of young kids made their varsity debuts the other night. Several of them had nights to remember when Jack Archibald had the interception, Jake Land had the quarterback sack, Andre Tagliaferri had a great night running the ball. A memorable night for a lot of those young kids under the Friday Night Lights for the first time.
No doubt, and all of them were coachable in the game. Were able to make adjustments on the fly based on the coaching that they had. And I know all the big highlight plays all the guys had are the ones that stand out. But there's so many small things that those guys did in as far as coachability and in their responsibilities that we were even more proud of.
Defensively, I think you were able to showcase your speed because the kids were swarming to the ball.
They did. They ran to the ball well. We did a good job not slowing down at all, not getting passed up. The guys, and they did that in the scrimmage too. So it was good that we continued to take the next step in that regard. But as we saw even today in the film, we still have some plays that we left out there that we could even do better in that.
Was there anything you learned from your team Friday night that you hadn't seen in practice or the scrimmage that really took hold under the lights?
Well, I mean, they showed a lot of savvy. Another hidden part of the game where we come out in the second half. Offense does a great job, but at the very minimum, we flip the field. We drive it down inside in the red zone. We don't score, and that can kind of throw you out of sync a little bit. And DeKalb gets the ball back, and they get it to us. We get a turnover in the midfield, and then we go 3 and out. So now we kick off to them, and then we get a turnover right away. Or excuse me, we don't get a turnover, but we have to punt it to them, and then we get a turnover right away. So just they put it on the ground a little bit, but by us pressuring, we still kept staying with it. We were able to get a turnover after the game was still in the balance. And then another play that I don't know a lot of people noticed was Andrew Sagers. He's in the right spot, but the kick bounces off of him. There wasn't an onside. They were trying to kick it away. It hits him, and that game that was in the balance. I mean, he dove after the ball, fought for it, got it, and then we were able to score, I think, on the next play with Lincoln. So that was a huge part in the game there where they had some momentum with 18 points and scoring, and they could have seized on that if we hadn't given the ball away at that point.
I've seen a lot of high school football over the years. I've seen a lot of high school teams that have absolutely no kicking game whatsoever, probably more that haven't than have.
Yeah.
You're really fortunate. You get your second really good kicker in a row in Villaforte.
Yeah, and he did a lot better this year making his kicks. He's worked hard at it again in practice. We put him in some pressure situations in practice. He made a big one Thursday night, a long one Thursday night in practice. But really, that's a collective effort. The guys are doing a great job, better job in the gaps. Our snapper has a little bit better understanding of not just rocking it back there right away, taking his time a little bit, and that was huge in the game at the end of the half. Us getting down there to the I guess it was the 15 and clocking the ball, and then running the field goal team out there and making it. We had the exact same scenario with them, exact to a T, the year before, and we couldn't make the kick. We turned somebody loose, we pushed it right a little bit, and we lost by 2. That's a play that we showed our guys on day one when we came in here in August, when we looked at a reel of plays that from games that could have went either way that we didn't capitalize when we needed to. So that was something that stuck out in the guys' minds, and did a great job executing the snap, getting the ball clocked, and making a kick on the last play of the first half.
I want to compliment the crowd that we had here Friday night. Obviously, a lot less people than what your kids are used to playing in front of, but boy, I thought they did a nice job bringing the energy.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it was loud nonetheless. I mean, it wasn't quite like some of the full crowds that we normally have, but and we're down there coaching, and I mean you could tell it was loud. I know it helped the kids, and it was wonderful for the community to be involved in. But they're just an awesome job by the fans in the stands, no question.
And and when I look around, when I look at my home school, they didn't play last week. Their game this week's already canceled. I mean, we really have to appreciate each and every week we get a step on the field, don't we?
No question. It's a week at a time process, and just trying to take it one day at a time, one game at a time, and not get too far ahead like we talked last week. That might be the greatest lesson we can take in all of this.
And it's really an hour-by-hour process, because we saw down in Indianapolis the Ron Colley game get canceled about 5 o'clock last Friday night.
Yeah. You never know, and just got to keep doing the best we can, do everything we can to take care of ourselves, do what we're supposed to do to try to give us a chance to get to Friday.
Well, you can't have a winning streak unless you win the first one, and Angola's done that. This Friday night, the Leo Lions come to town, and this is a team that I thought last year when you played them in week 2, I thought they kind of manhandled us a little bit. I don't think we were ready for the physicality. You go play them in week 1 of the sectional, and I thought you played them much better.
Yeah, I mean that game came down in the fourth quarter, and hats off to them in the playoffs. They were able to get the ball and never give it back when it was a 5-point game. We had to lead at halftime, had 2 different leads in the game with them. So certainly much better game by us in the playoffs, more attuned to what we thought we were capable of. And that's another reel that we've shown our kids is just the difference in week 2, right out of the kickoff. You could see their team in purple shirts. They were excited to get out on the field, just sprinting out the field, jumping up and down, excited to play football. And we were kind of ho-hum a little bit. And you and I might have talked about it last year. It could have been a scenario where the old saying, don't let a team beat you twice. Mm-hmm. We were really reeling from our week 1 loss to DeKalb, and it seemed like we carried it right out on the field against Leo in week 2, and they certainly handled us in week 2. So we know we got to have much more energy, much more emotion, and we got to have a little bit of a mean streak when it becomes game time this Friday.
And if anything we've learned from playing Leo the last several years, you got to be ready to be physical.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's been our emphasis so far in practice. We have to have a physical fighting type of mentality to be successful.
And you've had some pretty good sophomore classes over the year. They displayed a pretty good sophomore class last year. Those kids are juniors this year, a little more seasoned.
Yeah, they were still kind of maybe deciding what they wanted to be as far as an identity on offense. They hadn't totally committed to the T double tight offense in week 1, and we'd seen it from them over the years, but then they got into it week 2 against us and never got out, and they're still in it again this year, and they're executing it better. They didn't run trap against us in week 2, and now they had trap in week 10, and they're running the whole offense, the full gamut of plays when you have an offense like this that you can run and be successful with. So they are executing at a high level. You can tell they've been in it for a year, and they're going to be a big challenge for us.
Put 50 points up on Woodland last week. Peyton Wall's gone. What do you see out of their offense now without their go-to back?
I mean, they're really executing. They're blocking assignments, their angles, their calls. They're pulling better, just executing better all the way around. And all 3 of their backs, they're all really good, and they run hard. Their backs run angry, like we want to always do. So just executing at a high level and running the ball hard. And defensively, they've been the same for a long time. They get in a defense and they make you execute. They're not going to take a bunch of chances. They're not going to get in anything fancy. They're just going to say, okay, if you beat us, you're going to have to execute drives on us, and they're very fundamentally sound.
And like last year, you said you can't let DeKalb beat you twice, which you thought may have contributed to that. You can't beat DeKalb twice this week either. You got to come out with a new energy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that our kids know this, that we have 24 hours, a 24-hour rule. You got to put it behind you as much as they deserve to be the kings and the kings of the town, and be rewarded for all their hard work. That's great on Saturday and Sunday, but even on Sunday it needs to start to wear off a little bit, and then you got to get refocused on the task at hand, and we got a big task at hand.
Well, Andy, congratulations again on the win last week. Best of luck this Friday night against Leo.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back with more of Inside Angola Football right after this.
Steuben County REMC wants to give your students a memorable experience this summer. For an unforgettable day, high school students can apply for Page Day and spend the day in session with the Indiana Senate. High school students looking for a trip of a lifetime, check out the Indiana Youth Tour and have the Washington, D.C. experience. For your younger students in the 6th grade wanting to spread their wings, Touchstone Energy Camp is perfect for them. We can't forget the young artists in the family. Students of all ages can submit their artwork to the Cooperative Calendar Art Contest. Did I mention it's all free? Find out more information or apply at www.remcsteuben.com.
When Corcolato opened their doors in 1988, they made a pledge to provide quality and affordable pre-owned vehicles to the residents of Steuben County. Fast forward more than 30 years, and that same pledge holds true today. Stop by their lot on East Maumee or check out their inventory online anytime at corcolato.com. Corcolato, proudly supporting community events like high school athletics since 1988.
Welcome back to Inside Angola Football. I'm Brett Briscoe, joined by one of the tri-captains here for the Hornets this year, quarterback Tucker Hasselman. And first of all, Tucker, congratulations. Nice win for you guys Friday night.
Yeah, thanks. It was a good team effort, and we got it done.
Defense forced us 6 turnovers the other night. We were talking during the broadcast about, man, I bet that offense wished they'd let them run just a couple of plays so they could get a drink and catch their breath. It seemed like you guys would come off the field, and one play later you were back out there.
Yeah, it did happen like that. One time we were back out there, but I mean that's good. We get more time on offense, better chance we had to win.
And you guys seem to put a lot of things together. You set the tone early. The defense forces the turnover. You guys push it in real quick. It's 7-0 when they started out with the ball. You guys had to feel pretty good about the start. It just kind of snowballed after that, didn't it?
Yeah, and we kept scoring, kept putting points up on the board, and it just kept going and ended up being a big difference on the scoreboard.
And we were talking with Coach a little bit ago, and the improvements you made last year from week 1 to the sectional championship game, or a sectional game against Leo last year, to last night. You look like you were in total command of the offense.
Yeah, it felt like it, and it was easy. The linemen played great, and everyone knew what they were doing, and everyone worked together, and worked out good.
As a player, when spring sports got canceled a year ago and we were uncertain all summer what this football season was going to bring, how did you handle that? How did you get through the summer?
I knew that I had to be ready if we were going to play, and that's about it. So we just kept working out and kept trying to get better, and luckily we've had one game so far. So
when you couldn't be around the coaches and a lot of your teammates, what'd you do to get ready?
Just worked hard on with the people that I could be with, the few people, and just did what I could.
What's your goals and ambitions for this team this year?
I feel great about this team. I think that we can definitely win conference and have a shot at the sectional.
Got Leo coming up this week, and obviously this is a game that it looked like we were going to have a chance to win in that sectional game a year ago. So this is a team that you guys got a little bit of confidence playing. You won 2 out of the last 3 against them.
Yeah, no, we've seen them, and they had senior graduate. We had seniors graduate, but I feel like now we're overall more experienced on our team, and with more seniors, and I think that we have a good shot again.
And you know this is going to be a very physical game, don't you?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's always physical when you play Leo.
Mm-hmm.
And what are your plans after high school? What are you looking to do after this school year's over?
I'm gonna go to college, and not sure what I'm gonna study yet, but play football also. And, yep.
Well, Tucker, congratulations on a week 1 win, and we look forward to seeing you back out there this Friday.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Joined now by senior tri-captain Gage King, wide receiver, tight end for the Angola Hornets. And first of all, Gage, congratulations to you on a week 1 win.
Thank you very much. It felt awesome coming out with the week 1 win right there.
And one of my favorite things to watch on a football field is to see a wide receiver block. Lincoln Schreiber comes around the right side, and you just took a guy out.
Yeah, that, in practice we always talk about setting the edge, and us as receivers have a big part in our offense. We're always running sweeps, and it just helps so much if we can hold our blocks and open up gaps for touchdowns, basically. And
you've got so much speed out there on the field. You've got to think that if you can get that block, I mean, your guys have a chance to go the distance.
You're right, and when it comes down to it, if we hold our block for 5 or 6 seconds, then it gives the opportunity because we're the last resort. I mean, if they get by us, then it's a touchdown. But if we let our man go by us, then it's no gain basically. So.
Now you're a senior this year. You play spring sports, so I mean, and I'm sure you've been talked to a lot about having the spring sports season wiped out. Does that make this season a little more special and maybe appreciate every time you get a step on the field a little more?
Yeah, it definitely sunk in at the beginning of the season that it could be any time we step on the field could be the last time we play, just because you never know what's going to happen this day and age. And I believe it's definitely motivated our senior team and captains to press the issue more and try to be the best team we can be.
Do you guys talk about being accountable and watching your actions away from the field to try to stay as healthy and safe as you can?
Yeah, we do talk about that quite a bit. And now that we've had more recent cases in the area and in our schools, it's even more serious if we want to keep playing.
What are you looking forward to the rest of the season? Obviously, you want to play out the schedule the best we can, but as a player, what would you like to see happen this year?
I'd love for our team to keep rolling the way we were playing last Friday, and I think if we do that, then we can be successful.
You've got Leo coming up on Friday night, and this is a team that kind of manhandled us the first time we played them last year in week 2, but I thought you guys did a much better job matching their physicality when we played them in the sectional. Is that something that you just developed over the season a year ago?
Yeah, I believe it is something we did develop, and we became more accustomed to being physical throughout the season. But I believe the first time we played them, we didn't bring the energy we should have had. And this Friday, I feel playing at home, we're going to have a lot of energy, and it's going to be awesome.
The crowd here Friday night, obviously, like everywhere, not very big, but you guys were able to bring some energy, and I thought the crowd that was here was extremely loud.
You're exactly right. I didn't expect the crowd to even be that big, and it felt awesome playing in front of some people just because schools all around this area don't have any fans, so it was awesome.
And like we talked to Tucker about, what are you looking at your plans after high school?
After high school, I'd love to play football somewhere and go into
Which
business.
I see you just got an offer this week.
Yeah, you're right. DePaul, it was an awesome opportunity. I just visited there yesterday, actually, and I don't know, maybe study business or go into architecture, engineering, something like that.
All right. Well, Gage, best of luck on the rest of the season, and good luck Friday night against Leo.
Thank you very much.
That's senior tri-captain Gage
Steuben
King.
County REMC wants to give your students a memorable experience this summer. For an unforgettable day, high school students can apply for Page Day and spend the day in session with the Indiana Senate. High school students looking for a trip of a lifetime, check out the Indiana Youth Tour and have the Washington, D.C. experience. For your younger students in the 6th grade wanting to spread their wings, Touchstone Energy Camp is perfect for them. We can't forget the young artists in the family. Students of all ages can submit their artwork to the Cooperative Calendar Art Contest. Did I mention it's all free? Find out more information or apply at www.remcsteuben.com.
When Corcolato opened their doors in 1988, they made a pledge to provide quality and affordable pre-owned vehicles to the residents of Steuben County. Fast forward more than 30 years, and that same pledge holds true today. Stop by their lot on East Maumee or check out their inventory online anytime at corcolato.com. Corcolato, proudly supporting community events like high school athletics since 1988. This is Angola Football on Hometown Media. This is Angola Football is brought to you by Corcolato Sales, 715 East Maumee Street in Angola. This is Angola Football is also brought to you by the Steuben County REMC.